Aeropods are biodegradable capsules that break open soils from within to aerate them as a way of helping farmers reduce dependency on destructive methods like tilling and plowing to do the same thing. Like I was saying before, the one thing that I can't believe how much I just tea. So Muju Earth Technologies is trying to lead the regeneration of humanity's most important resource, soil. Muju Earth actually comes from the Yoruba word Muju, which means Mu Iwaju Siwaju, which means to bring the future forward. And what we're trying to do is help farmers transition away from relying on tools that encourage short-term productivity at the cost of long-term fertility. The biggest overlooked challenge in the world today, I think, is soil degradation. Soil is humanity's most important resource because it is fundamentally connected to almost every life process that there is on Earth. So first of all, we need to eat, and soils are still responsible for 95% of global food production today. They also are the world's largest carbon sink, so all of the trees combined, almost every carbon sequestration process, all of them combined will not amount to the amount of carbon that healthy soils can sequester on their own. If people don't start paying attention to soils, in 2050, when 90% of global soils are degraded because of the ways that we farm today, we could be in for a very uncertain future, much more than we currently are in today. So it's the fact that the way that we farmed for centuries has contributed to accelerated loss of organic matter and life in soil, which means that the soil that we literally rely on to eat every day is turning to dust in lots of places around the world. Right, soils are degrading. What is causing this? The primary cause of this is that we need to use these big machines to basically break open soils to make sure that they're getting enough oxygen at their root zones. Just like we need oxygen to breathe, this is the same way that plants need oxygen in their root zone to grow healthy and strong and, essentially provide this food source for us. So we till and we plow, and that's obviously great for oxygen. So we get that tilthy texture that farmers really want. But simplistically, while we do this, we're essentially killing off a lot of biological life in soils, and we're having to supplement what nature does really well with, a ton of fertilizers, which is also killing off a majority of life in soil as well. So this vicious cycle, is there a way that we can stop it? And this is how we identified autonomous aeration as a key leverage point. If we could figure out a way to aerate soils safely, and to make sure that this is still done in a way that's viable for farmers, that's economical and integratable into their existing workflows, we knew that we could be potentially changing the future of farming forever. Softer? Essentially, we've designed Aeropods so that when soils reach a critical threshold of things like key oxygen stress indicators like pressure, so compaction, or moisture, then the Aeropods will go off. And how we've done that is, in the most simplistic way I can explain it, we've combined and layered certain materials together that are designed to trigger and go off under very specific conditions. I think farmers are one of the most inventive, practical set of people on the planet. So it has honestly been a joy working with them because they're very much problem solvers, just as we are problem solvers. We would really love to contribute to this momentum of regenerative agriculture. So we talk a lot about wanting to help farmers accelerate that process, because a big part of why farmers aren't transitioning to regenerative practices is because they have to contend with a significant yield loss because of compaction. And so for them, they definitely have the question of, what is the ROI here for me? And by simply planting Aeropods alongside the seeds that you were going to plant anyway, we could be offering quite a significant cost reduction in what they're already doing, while still maintaining the yields and prioritizing their soil health now, while contributing to restoring global soils.